Hey guys, so we're going to be playing a Pauper game today. Um, I've been really interested in the affinity lists in Pauper, so thought I might try it out. So yeah, that's where we are. It's a 4-color affinity list. Um, let's see. Spring leaf drum on 1. I don't think we can keep this because we just don't have any way of producing color with spring leaf drum, so we're going to mulligan. This looks better, right? Flare husk on 2. That'll give us, we can play Frogmite on turn 2. Yeah, this is keepable. We'll scry. Top 1. Thoughtcast is great. Top. We can't play Hover Guard on turn 2. We'll only have 4 artifacts out, I believe, right? But our turn 3 should be pretty powerful because we can play the Hover Guard and then just play Murr Enforcer, I think, for free. So we're playing against Delver, which actually should be a kind of interesting matchup, I would think. We'll go ahead and play the Flare Husk. Attach. Nope. Attach to that card. Alright, so we have our Germ token out. Ready to block Delver all day. Although, I'd still keep the Husk, so I still keep the important part for the affinity pieces. The hard part about this is that this is probably running, a lot of good tempo cards that are gonna, make it pretty hard for us to stay, I guess, keep our board presence. So let's see. Our turn 2, we can Frogmite into a Thoughtcast. That seems like a really good line of play. Because that'll hopefully set up our turn 3. He's playing another cantrip, Fairy Miscreant. Okay. Interesting addition to that deck. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Frogmite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So yeah, this looks pretty good as far as where we are. I mean, I'm saying all this. This is kind of only my second time piloting the deck, so you're going to get to see kind of my learning curve in it as well. Which creature? Oh, he's just revealing. Okay. So he's going to swing in for 3 here, most likely. Guess he could swing for 4. He'll get hit for 3 on the swing back. Yeah, I think that makes more sense to me. Probably going to return Frogmite to my hand, I would think. Because killing the Germ doesn't do anything now that I have the Husk on the field. Ponder. Okay. So he's looking probably for a land. That's fine. That's good news for us, in all honesty. Next turn, let's see. We're going to play a Chromatic Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it really only 6? Okay. So maybe we'll play the Hover Guard and the Murr Enforcer, because we'd have the mana for all of that. Yeah. So, we're going to have a pretty good turn next turn. He does have another mana, which means he's holding up Snap and Counterspell most likely. I think I'll lead off with the Murr Enforcer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and start combat. Attack with the Germ and the Frogmite. He's going to snap the Frogmite, most likely. Okay. It's really not that frustrating for me because I can take a few damage because Mirror Enforcer's bigger. So now blocks, no blocks, so damage. It's going to go to 17 as well. So right now we're winning the damage race. Since it looks like he's on mono blue, not some sort of blue-red. Again, like, I haven't played too much Pauper, so this is kind of my initial investment in the format. And I'm genuinely curious about it because it looks like an incredibly fun format. So you get to see me delve into it. And you'll probably get to see what my learning curve looks like as I go along with my Pauper videos. Eventually, I will move from a Mac onto a PC, and then we will have MTGO, and that'll be infinitely better. But for now, this is where we are. Okay, so he's putting them back in the order. He's not just shuffling them. So many very good cantrips in this deck. Powder Preordain. So he probably found another snap, would be my guess. Because he doesn't want to get hit by this Mirror Enforcer. Fling seems good. We'll play out our Darksteel Citadel. Move to combat. Think. Creature or player. I don't really want to sacrifice because I don't have any way of. Yeah, we'll just. That's fine. Damage. Combat main 2. We could fling our Frogmite at the Insectile Aberration. We can play Mirror Enforcer. We can play the Hover Guard. Okay, so that's going to get countered because he wants to deal flying damage. And then I think we just fling our Frogmite at the Insectile Aberration. I think that was a smarter play, just because that's going to save us damage. And he's got one card in hand with a Fairy Miscreant. So, granted, he did Ponder, so he's got, 2/4 Affinity for Islands. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So a 2/4. It's not terrible. Frogmite. So we'll start combat. Attack for 4. In combat, main 2. Play the Frogmite. Hold the Great Furnace in hand. Okay, so he's going to counter the Frogmite. That's fine. Next, at the end of his turn, I think I'll Chromatic Star, I suppose. I was forgetting that this wasn't a land, because it for some reason automatically puts any artifact down in the land base. So I apologize for that. I wish that it would put it up here. Okay. Not bad. Seems pretty good. Alright, so draw for turn. We'll go ahead and add blue. Draw. Get a Galvanic Blast. Question is, do I want to kill the Spire Golem and get in for 5 here? I don't think that I want to use my spell yet. I think I'll just hold it in hand. Start combat. Swing for 4. Block. End. So we do have the Galvanic Blast in hand. Granted, he can counter it. I guess, I mean, I could have used it while he couldn't counter. But, I'll just block. Doesn't have any, like, evasion, right? Yeah. Delver, another Spire Golem. Alright. Kind of changes the trajectory. I can equip for 2. Swing for 5. And then he can still kill it if he blocks with everything. I can still equip Galvanic Blast something in response. Hey, we'll do it this way. Right, gives it 1/1. Yeah. So we'll start combat, attack, blocks. Okay, response. Galvanic Blast, one of the bigger ones. Alright, so unfortunately we don't get to, put the Galvanic Blast at his face. And we're going to take 2. He's going to draw 1 off the ninja. All of which seems great for him. But if we can draw, into a creature or really anything, it could be doing alright. So, I guess we'll see, right? 1, 2, another golem. Gush. Turn 2, draw 2 cards. Okay. Seems good. Seems pretty good. Okay. Also seems good, and I think we're probably pretty likely to lose here. Is it 0 equip? No, it's equip 1, so yeah. Yeah, we're just not drawing anything, so, I mean, it's kind of hard to win then. I guess I want to prevent him from drawing cards, so I'll just... I mean, I guess if we had done the fling to him, done the galvanic blast to him, then we'd be in, you know, we'd have dealt more damage, but I don't think that we could have gotten to this point that way. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. It's at least a 4/4. Meets another counter spell, so he's through 3 of those. Good. Alright. Let's hold those in hand because they don't really matter. There's nothing in my deck that has affinity more than 8, so... Okay, so he's just holding up counter magic, would be my guess. I think I swing 5 here. Because he can double block and kill it, which he didn't do. Which now means I can trade my Frogmite for his Ninja. I guess he could, you know, like capsize it and then swing for 4 and whatever, but then I get a hit for 5 and play Frogmite again. Not capsize, sorry, snap. Okay. So, another Carapace Forger. I think I'll attack first. Start combat, swing 5. So the Affinity Tarmogoyf, essentially. We'll go ahead and equip the Myr Enforcer. So attach to the Myr Enforcer. Here. Use power and toughness. Pass turn. Okay. I think we equip the Flare Husk to Frogmite. swing with the team for lethal. See where he blocks. Is he going to take 8? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so damage, he'll take 4. Those two trade, which I'm perfectly fine with. That doesn't trade, end combat, main phase, 2, end. So he'll swing for 4 this turn, or he can just equip and make it so that he can block the Forger. I don't think he has time to just kind of sit back. I think he needs to really have something, because if he doesn't have anything, I swing for game next turn. So he's either got to, well, I think he's got to equip and then block, right? So I'll just swing for 5 next turn, because he can't attack profitably unless he's got Snap in hand, so he can return the Forger. But even then I just replay the Forger, equip it so I can block next turn. So, yeah. This is signaling to me that he doesn't have the Snap. So I'm going to unattach. Equip that to him. No, unattach, I said. There we go. Alright, attach to Forger. Use power and toughness. Start combat, attack for 5. Block. If you want to lose your Spire Golem. And combat, we'll try to Thoughtcast. Nope. Alright, so we win game 1. That was really grindy, wow. A lot of really intricate things happening too in that. That was a really fun match. Alright, so what do I need to win this one from what I saw there? I think, one, I need draw. So I think that, like, if I'm going to win this one, Journey to Nowhere doesn't seem terrible. Just trample. Without flying, that's not useful. Destroy target enchantment is not incredibly useful. So I'm looking at Mole Drifter and Dispels. And I think that I'm not really sure on how I feel about Mole Drifters, to be honest. I mean, because they're going to be a 5-drop. I mean, I can put a couple in instead of, like, a Thoughtcast, an A Drum, maybe. Maybe a couple Dispels instead of the Flings. Or, sorry, the Flings can stay. Take out, like, one Sanctum dude and an Atog? Because I'm not going to get through, like, clearly with damage. I'll try that. I mean, that seems okay. I'm not 100% sure on how to board for this, and this is, I kind of just took this deck list from somewhere, so, like, it's not really my list. Because, like I said, I'm unfamiliar with the format, so, like, as I go along with it, I'm likely to make edits. This seems okay. Does it have affinity? It doesn't have affinity. We'll try it. And scry. Move that to the bottom, I think. Because I need red. So, okay. Should be interesting. I didn't really want to go below 6. So So that's why we're with this hand. Okay, so a Prophetic Prism is going to give me the ability to tap, and gives me a draw, which I like. Yeah, I feel like like if I were to build this deck, I would include more eggs, like the Prophetic Prism, the Chromatic Star. Like, I think those kinds of things are going to help this deck along. That might seem crazy, but I feel like it just needs more draw power because it's got like incredible. It just runs out of steam. Oh, sorry, I didn't make the germ. Um, Go ahead and play Prophetic Prism. Frogmite? Question mark. Deprive. Okay. Can't believe that's a common. Crazy. Okay. Well, the good news is that next turn, no, the turn after that we can Sanctum Gargoyle, I guess, which is pretty nice. He must have kept like he must have sideboarded into a lot of like counter spells. So I guess Dispel is really the the key to winning this matchup is just having like a lot of Dispels. Fortunately, right now I have to pay 2 mana for Dispel. Well, I guess I have to filter mana for Dispels, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Do we? I think we waste the Galvanic Blast and then land the Carapace Forger. I think that makes sense. Kill off the Delver so we prevent the damage. He's gonna let that happen. We'll swing one. See if he does something like return it. Nope. So he's really holding out to kill off my creatures. This isn't an artifact, so it can't be returned by the... I think I have to run out the Tarmogoyf. Sweet. 2 mana 4/4s are my favorite. It's pretty awesome. So next turn we'll be swinging for 5. I don't know. I guess he can snap in combat is probably what he's planning on doing. What does this do? Spire Golem. Okay. I can still swing for 4 profitably. Even play an Adog? I think I'm going to swing 4. Then play out the Atog and the Flare Husk. This is really powerful right now. Yeah, because I think, like this turn, I can kill off that thing by sacrificing the 2 husks, which doesn't really make that much of a difference, to the Atog, and then he's out of creatures. I guess he could just snap the Atog, which is why I'm not 100% fond of this. That's fine. He's going to play it out again. Alright, so now he's got a decent amount of power on the board. Right? Draw. Okay, so we can play out this guy now. Well, let's think. Attack for enough blocks. So we're swinging for 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got to block the Adog, because otherwise I think he's just dead, right? So we'll sacrifice... we don't want to sacrifice Prism. We can sacrifice... I guess we can sacrifice the Prism, that's fine. It's not exactly ideal, but we can return that with... And then we return the, yeah, if we return the Prism with Gargoyle, then we get a draw next turn. Another Spire Golem, that's fine. I think we still have like a decent amount of attacking power, really. He has to block the Adog. And I'm fine with losing these Flare Husks because they're just not as good as the Forgers. So he knows he has to block Adog because otherwise he's just dead. I can sacrifice everything to the Adog and do... Okay. So I'll go ahead and sack the Prism, sack Husk. Damage, so we kill both of them. In combat, main 2 will play the Forger. Yeah. Okay. So unless he's got Snap, which I would think he would use it to save his creatures there, and move the Adog to my hand while forcing me to essentially waste, you know, artifacts. I think we have this. I'm going to kind of play it safe. I'll sacrifice maybe one thing to the Adog, which will be exactly lethal. Whew. This is a pretty tricky game and pretty fun. But I think that we do have it next turn. He just seemed to have really bad draws. Like, he had a lot of creatures, but no real interaction, which my creatures are just more powerful than his are by nature of them. I guess keeping taking an Adog out may have been the wrong decision, just because you can fling for lethal. So yeah, and I forgot that that's why the flings were in there. Let's see, he probably drew a snap so that he can, you know, return the Adog. Which is fine. I'll just swing for 7, to be honest. And that should be enough. Then there's a Galvanic Blast, so this should be game. Okay. Damage? We don't have any red mana. Okay, so we'll play out the Sanctum Gargoyle, I guess. Okay. So we still have him pretty much dead on board, though. Like, I don't think that there's much that he can really... Yeah, I mean, like, I had Galvanic Blast in hand, so... Alright, so we beat Mono Blue Devotion, I believe is what this deck is. Game 1 was really grindy, Game 2 was very fun. Thanks for watching, guys, and tune in next time for more Pauper, and I'll see you later.